act intentional, but the motive is a mystery.
This morning, we're learning more about the man who killed 10 people and injured more than a dozen others in Toronto by driving a van down the sidewalk. We're told 25-year-old Alek Minasian was the man behind the wheel.
But why he got behind the wheel and did what he did is the question this morning. Local 4's Mara McDonald is in Toronto. And Mara, we understand the attack is not being considered a matter of national security, not terrorism?
That's what they're saying, Jason. The latest from them is that they don't consider it a national security issue. Does that still leave the door open for terrorism? Yes, but I'll tell you, out here on the street, the attitude is this is not a terrorist act. I'm going to get into more of that in just a minute. First of all, let me set up for you exactly what they're dealing with out here. This crime scene is more than a mile and a half long. You can't get up and around Yonge Street. For example, you see the guy on the bike right there? No way he could get across the street right now. They simply will not allow anybody to cross. They've got it blocked off in different sections. It's very difficult to get around here. Police have made it clear that they consider this an active crime scene. Take a look. We shot this video just a few moments ago. People in protective gear with bags full of what we think is still sort of medical waste from what happened out here yesterday. Let's be clear. Toronto, like us, has had a lousy spring. It's been cold and it's been miserable. Yesterday was one of the first days that they actually had some decent weather. These sidewalks were utterly jammed on one of Toronto's busiest streets. Yonge is the major artery through here. So when Minasian got behind the wheel of that van and started mowing down people on the sidewalk, he caused considerable damage. He came to a stop a couple blocks from where I'm standing right now. Take a listen as Toronto police confront him and take him down. Back here live, I don't know if you can tell because it's not clear enough on that cell phone video. He is asking Toronto police to kill him. He intimates that he's got a gun. We now know he didn't have a gun. That Toronto police officer did not fire upon him. They instead took him into custody. He is expected to be in court this morning in Toronto at 10 a.m. We're expecting to hear what they're going to charge him with at that time, and I think we're going to hear more about what police think is the motivation here. I can tell you what we know out here. Minasian is 25 years old. This was one of his daily treks. He went to school just maybe half a mile away from here. He lives just a few short miles away from here. Family is Armenian. They are Christians. There is no sense that he was radicalized in any way, shape, or form. What they do say is that he has cognitive disabilities and that he is extremely socially awkward. NBC News reported and confirmed that officials here know that Minasian was researching and chatting online about the Isla Vista massacre in 2014 in California. That's the guy, if you all remember, who decided to shoot people at a sorority house and then took his vehicle and plowed it down a busy street in Isla Vista. That was not a politically motivated terror attack. That was somebody who was angry over his lot in life, angry over his social circumstances. So I think what they're expecting is we're going to hear more about that this morning. We're live in Toronto. I'm Mara McDonald, Local 4.
This is all just so alarming and a lot of questions around this, Mara. We've seen the states, the situations like this and differently, whether the suspect was armed or not. You had mentioned that this suspect, Minasian, did not have a weapon on his person, but have we gotten any clues as to what was inside of his vehicle? Do we know if there were weapons in there that could have given clues as to what his intentions were?
It doesn't appear that there were any weapons. He used the van as the weapon, Evrod. He had a cell phone on him, and it's pretty clear when you see that takedown video, he was attempting to do a suicide by cop.
Wow.
I mean, that's what he was hoping for here. But Toronto police, to their credit, de-escalated the situation and didn't flinch when he made that, move that, I've got a gun and I'm going to shoot you type thing.
Right.
Instead, they turned their siren down in their squad car and they took him into custody. We're going to see more of him this morning.
Yeah, we know you'll stay on top of it. Mara, live for us this morning in Toronto. Jason, over to you.